You couldn't trigger me because I don't care. I don't have the energy. It's not for me.
Consistency, I won't cease.
Hello and welcome to Coca Majida Conversations. This is a super quick video. This video is people can only trigger what is inside of you. This is a fact. It's up to you whether you want to take this on or not, but it'll make your life easier. And the reason why I say people can only trigger what's in you, something that's not you, you wouldn't accept. I'll be honest, I do not like men talking down to me, like talking to me rough. What? I don't even entertain that. Like, bye, blocks. Like, I'm not even doing a back and forth with you. Like, maybe if I'm confused or I really feel like this is our first time in this situation, maybe you really got me wrong, I'll be like, I'll even just say, sorry, I'm so sorry for everything I've said. I feel like it's been taken the wrong way. Let's start fresh. I won't even say I'm sorry if, like, just sorry, point blank, period. Let's start afresh. Let's be cool. The way you're speaking to me is not it. If they continue, thank you so much for your time. At that point, just ignore the messages, mute, just forget. It's not like some people need to be blocked if like they're harassing. If anyone's harassing me, like you're blocked out of my life. But if you're not harassing me and it's not a big deal, I just don't care. Like, I don't accept it. Like, if something is not me, I'm not going to be the girl saying like, oh, guys, just talk to me crazy. Who's talking to me crazy? You're talking to yourself. I'm not listening. I am not listening to anyone talking to me crazy. Like, I'm sorry. I am just not. You're talking to me crazy. Like, what? I'm not listening. I'm not listening. Oh, I'm not listening. Like, I don't accept it. I love when people talk to me really nicely, really sweet. Like, I don't know what stories people have been told that apparently girls don't like nice guys. Those guys that say that are not even nice to begin with. I like really nice guys. Talk to me really sweet. Talk to me nicely. Use your inner voice. Be really sweet. That's it. I love that. And when I'm spoken to like that, I reinforce it. Like, I don't even reinforce. I'm not gonna be like, thank you for speaking to me nicely. When I engage with those people, when I speak back to those people and we laugh together, that's my way of saying I have time for you because I'm literally making time for that. I do not make time for anything that is like rough. And as I grow, I'm learning more about, oh, okay, this is no longer me. I don't accept this. Oh, this is me. I take this on. So things are changing, right? No one's talking to me crazy. I'm literally not responding to that. So stop lying to yourself. If something's really bothering you, if something in your life is bothering you, you just have to stop accepting it in your life. You just don't entertain it. When you stop entertaining it, and you just, it's whatever to you, it's out of your life, then you know it's not you. But when you engage with it, it's a part of you. And you have to, if it's not that you're starting it or you might even just be the party that's like, but no, babe, why are you doing that? Respect, why? Even that, you're letting it drag. Respect yourself. I was talking to a relative who was telling me that the only reason why they argue or why they get mad is because the other person, like, was saying to me, you don't know what the other person did. Like, they start all the arguments and everything. And I felt really sorry when I was listening. But I couldn't understand it. Because it didn't seem like let me just say, in 15 years that, oh, the person triggered, like, eventually really annoyed you and you got to your breaking point. This is something that you guys do on a regular basis, right? I hate arguments. It's so draining. Of course, I've argued in my life before, but the stage I'm at now, I get really fed up with people. I am the queen of blocking people. I'm now not so much the queen of blocking people because sometimes I don't need to block people. There's just a better way to even communicate with them, right? But that being said means I don't want to do a back and forth with someone and we're going to do a back and forth every day. That's not in me. Like, so I said, okay, I reversed it. I put myself in the situation. I said, you and I, that would never happen between you and I, because the minute you start wanting to do back and forth with me, I'm out of the conversation. You couldn't trigger me because I don't care. I don't have the energy. It's not for me. It's not me. So if you're doing this on a regular basis with this other person, they're not triggering something that's like, oh, a big surprise. They're triggering you. Facts. They're definitely triggering you. But they're only triggering what you already are. Somebody cannot trigger anger if you're not an angry person. People need to start being accountable. If you get into a situation and you find yourself arguing a lot with somebody or going back and forth, or the way you're communicating starts going below the belt, you, instead of saying to yourself, oh, like, I can't believe they said this and this that got me to this point, you need to ask, you need to be real with yourself and be like, wow, they said this and this to me, and it revealed how angry of a person I am, how below the belt I can get, and how nasty I can be. Just be honest with yourself, right? And I feel like that's something I've had to do. I've had to be very honest about myself, you know? Like, I can be like, I'm somebody I feel like I love very deeply, and I feel like I love very deeply, and I'm also very cold. So no one can like trigger me, and now like I'm never gonna say, oh, the way someone was acting just made me cold. No one made me cold. It's not that, oh, someone was acting a certain way, so like all my emotions and feelings switched off. No, I'm just cold. I'm just cold. And whilst being cold, I'm also very warm. I'm also a deep lover. I love my friends and love everyone deeply. As much as like it'd be easy for me to say, you know, they said this and that, and you know, I'm very sensitive. And you know, because I'm so sensitive, you know, it made me feel this so deeply. No, I just feel things deeply. I'm very sensitive. And that's that. Like, why do we do not need to sugarcoat with ourselves. So just remember, if you find yourself withdrawing, so there are also people that are very avoidant. They get into situations and they cannot communicate at all. And they will say, oh, it's not me, you know, my partner is just so, you know, my partner's very argumentative, my partner's too much. And that could be true. Some people are very argumentative, are not too much. But why are you making yourself a nobody in the situation? An absolute nobody. Like, so they're just bigger and better than you? I don't think so. For me, I feel like I'm a great communicator. I feel like my biggest issue is I'm not always willing to communicate. Sometimes I just say, I'm blocking you. I just don't want to communicate. But for the most part, I'm great at communicating. And I have dealt with people that are mad, absolutely crazy. They can be crazy, but I'm not going to meet you at that level because I'm just not that crazy. I don't have it in me. You'll never catch me arguing with somebody for like 2 hours. I've never had some story of where I was arguing with somebody for like 45 minutes. Huh? I can have maybe a long, patient, peaceful talk. You're explaining things. Yeah, I have time like that to have a peaceful conversation. But that's not everything. Some things are really not even worth like 2 minutes of my time, no matter how gentle or peaceful it is. Like, it's not worth it. But at least you have to recognize, okay, let me at least be myself. I don't have an hour like this person, but I've got 5 minutes. So in this 5 minutes, I'm going to present myself. And even if that's like, hello, darling, even if it's like, darling, I don't like A, B, C, D. This is really bothering me, including you right now screaming at me. Do you see that I'm speaking to you with this tone? And because number one, I respect my blood pressure. Number two, this is the way I communicate. And number three, I hope you will calm down and meet me at a level that is healthy, because you screaming right now is very toxic. And I'm letting you know right now, and one time only, that I will only engage with you in this manner. I want to communicate with you. I will not run away from communicating with you, but I shall not communicate with you if it will be in the way you're trying to make it. Leave it as that. So you don't need to run away, right? And I've done that with some people, and they are still, and I'm like, okay, bye. I don't have time for this. Goodbye. And then some people are like, oh, okay, cool, Coco. Like, it's true. Let me like calm down a level. And then it becomes really, really good and really understand each other. I don't have to run away. I don't have to be avoidant. There's no need. And so if you are an avoidant person and a lot of things in your life you do run away from, try to work on them. Try to face them, you know. I've been at every angle in my life because I've changed so much. I've had some situations where I've come at full force, like very passionate. But as I've gotten older, I just don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I just prefer to use my energy like for all the goodness and like my bubbliness. I don't literally have that. I just don't have the energy to use it for anything like angry, draining, or like just toxic. But I definitely had times like years ago where I was very passionate about things. I dealt with things in a very angry way. And so now it's very easy for me to spot that in people. And I've also been very avoidant. I've avoided bills before, guys. I used to have bills. Oh, some guys, I used to even like spend a lot of money on my card and then not want to look at my bank account. That is so weird. Like, look at your bank account. Now, even when I spend, I look at my bank account excited for more money to appear. Sometimes I open my bank account and it's the same, but I just assume like more money is going to come into it. I spend money and I will open my bank account straight away, my online banking, and look at my account, look at my balance. Stop running away from your balance. Stop avoiding your balance. You know, these traits fall into different areas of our life. You don't need to avoid people. And you don't need to avoid your bank balance. You deal with it. And by no means you need to stare at your bank balance for 1 hour hoping for it to change. And the same thing with other people. You don't need to shout at them for an hour or listen to anyone shouting at you for an hour. You deal with it. It's a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute thing. Deal with the situation in the healthiest way and move on. So remember, no one's triggering something that doesn't exist in you. Everything that's being triggered is exactly who you are. The truth is you just don't like it and you're embarrassed. So change it. If you feel like you're in a relationship and you run away from all your issues, that's a serious problem. It's toxic. You need to fix it. If you're in a relationship or, you know, friendship, work, if you find yourself at work or with your friends, family, relationships, that every single situation you have to address and you have to show them who's boss, that is seriously toxic. You need to work on that. Find a good balance. Just remember, like, you know, energy and time can coexist, but I think energy is more powerful than time. If you're heavily drained, something that you could have done in 20 minutes is going to take you 5 hours because of the lack of energy. Focus more on energy. Your energy is more powerful than anything. You don't even know how long you're going to live for. You could die at 45 or die at 85 or die at 105. You don't know. All you know is the energy that you've got, so use it wisely. Anyway, it was a short video. That's all for now. Remember, stop lying to yourself. No one triggered anything in you. They just showed you who you are. And if you don't like it, just work on it. You're still alive. Change yourself. That's what I focus myself on doing. I'm changing myself. I'm far from perfect. My aim is not to be perfect. My aim is to be better. Okay. Love you guys. Bye for now. Bye.